Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Oh, am I audible, my dear friends?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Sorry.
Good evening to one and all, right? Thank you. Oh. Right, my dear friends, any new student today?
No.
Swaha.
Yes, sir.
Not a no student, no? Very good, very good. Right. Now, can I continue from here?
I am
Yes, sir.
student.
This is the Google Pay. Any new student is there?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, I am here, sir.
Chandra Mohan.
Yeah.
Okay, right. See, I will explain the program. Yesterday's sample C program within 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
So it is the sample C program. In any C program, you have to write a hash include stdio.h. You have to write void main. You have to put curly bracket. You have to put closing curly bracket. This is nothing but code, the logic to the program. This statement is called include statement. This is called main method. It is called main method. The code is nothing but processing statements. In any C program, you will have include statement, you will have main method, you will have the code. Code is nothing but processing statements. Now, what is this? Include statement means what? It is the first program. It is the first line. It is the first statement in any program. What is the use of this? Suppose if you want to do a function at your home, or if you want to construct a home, if you want to construct a house, what are the tools you require? You require cement, you require iron, you require bricks, you require tiles, you require electrical items. All these are available in market, am I right? Yes. In the same manner, here your aim is to build an application. To build an application, you need so many tools. Those are already developed and kept in this header file. stdio.h. H is nothing but a header file. If you want to copy the content of this header file into your program, you have to write hash include stdio.h. It always begins with this symbol, hash. It will be
Yes, sir.
executed at the time of compiler. At the time of compilation, it will execute. So it is called pre-processor. What is the meaning of compiler? Compilation means you will write the program in English, but computer cannot understand English. Whatever the statements you write in English, it should be converted into machine language. That process is called as compilation. So this line will be executed at the time of compile time. So it is called pre-processor. It will give direction to compiler. So it is called directive. It will give direction to compiler. So it is called directive. It is executed at the time of compilation. So it is called pre-processor. Now what is main method? In your program, suppose you write thousands of lines. From that thousands of lines, your program should always begins at some point. No, that point is main. So main is the first executable statement. Main is the first executable statement, means it will be executed first. It is compulsory. You can write only one main method. You cannot write multiple main methods. So it cannot be duplicated, means cannot write multiple main methods. It is core. Core means very, very important. you need to write the code. So it is called user defined, means you are the user. You need to define the code. You can write main method in 6 models. You can write main, or you can write integer main, or you can write void main, or you can write main of void, or you can write integer main of void, or you can write void main of void. 6 models we have. In my example, I used the third model, void main. I used void main. No? It is nothing but third model. You can use any model, right? Right. That is up to you. Now here we need to write the processing statements, means it is nothing but the solution. It will explain 3 things: what to do, when to do, how to do. If you want to solve a problem, what you have to do, when you have to do, how you have to do. The program which explains these 3 is called processing statements. My dear friends, this is the Google Pay or Paytm number. It is the PhonePe number. You have to pay 1500 in order to register. You will have 5 free demo classes. It is the second free demo class. Right. Now today I am going to continue the class from here. I am going to explain you what are the data types available in C. Data types. My dear friends, when you go to cool drink shop, there are so many cool drinks: Thumbs Up, Maaza, Pepsi, Sprite, Coca-Cola, like that. What are those? Those are nothing but types of drinks. Data types are nothing but types of data. Types of data. So I will explain you what are the types of data available in C language using a table. Serial number. How many data types you have? What are the data types you have? What is the size of each data type? What is the example? My dear friends, C language supports 4 data types: 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever you see the keyboard, there is an alphabet A. You can see B. You can see C, D, and so on. How many alphabets you can see on keyboard? 26. A to Z. These are nothing but alphabets. In C language, these are called as characters. You have to write char. Char means character. Character means alphabet. ABCDs are nothing but alphabets, characters. Whenever you stored an alphabet in computer memory, then it occupies 1 byte of memory. 1 byte. What is the meaning of 1 byte? 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. Right. Now, whenever you see the keyboard, you can find numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. If you press 1, 2, then it is called 12. If you press 100, then it is called 100. All these are numbers, am I right? Numbers. The numbers are called as integers in C language. Int. Int means integers. The size of integer is 4 bytes. 4 bytes. When you store a number in computer memory, it occupies 4 bytes of memory. In between 1 and 2, you will have 1.1, you will have 1.2, you will have 1.3. These are called floating point numbers. The data type is float. Its size also 4 bytes. Same 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 floating point numbers. Sometimes these are also called as double. Its size is 8 bytes. My dear friends, you may get one doubt. Sir, you said 1.1 is float. Now you said 1.1, it is double. Which one is correct? Actually, is it float or is it double? What is the difference between float and double? I will explain one example here. Float result equal to 100 by 3. Double result equal to 100 by 3. My dear friends, what is the result of 100 by 3? 100 by 3 is equal to 33.3333 like that, am I right? And so on. What about 100 by 3 here? Same result. It is also 33.3333 and so on. My dear friends, float. The digits after dot, these are called precisions. In float, it can store 6 precisions. Up to 6 only it can store. Whatever the digits after 6, those will be deleted. But in double, it can store up to 10 precisions. So if you required accurate result, then you go for double. If you don't require the accurate result, then you go for float, or you can go for integer also. All these are integer numbers. All these are numbers, integer, float, double, all are numbers. So if you want to maintain less than or equal to 6 precisions, then you go for float. If you want to maintain less than or equal to 10 precisions, then you go for double. So it is nothing but difference between the float and double. My dear friends, tell me what is the difference? Float maintains how many precisions? 6 precisions. Whereas double maintains 10 precisions. 6 precisions and 10 precisions. This is the difference between float and double. Now, my dear friends, tell me what is the data type. All these are the names. All these names are already defined in the system. The names, those are already defined in the system, are called keywords. What are those? Keywords. These are the keywords. My dear friends, what is the meaning of keyword? Keyword is nothing but a name which was already defined in the system. Good. Now, what is the use of these? These are used to explain the type of data. So, these are used to explain, means describe type of data. So, how many types of data types are there? 4. C supports 4 types of data types. Example: character, integer, float, double. Right? These are about the data types. My dear friends, note on this. My dear friends, up to 5 demo classes, you need to note down the theory part every day, right? After completion of 5 demo classes, I will create a WhatsApp group. Then I will send this material every day to you. Soft copy I will send. Then you need not to write in class, right? After completion of class, you can note down, or you can take a printout, no problem at all. Is it clear, my dear friends? Is this topic clear to you? Wherever it is required, please speak to me. Good, you can unmute your mic and you can speak, right?
In integer, how many numbers? Is there any limitation, sir, in integer?
I will
Suppose-
explain you. I will explain you, Chandra Mohan. I will explain you, right? Yes, it is. It has some limitation. I will explain.
Excuse me, sir.
Chandra Mohan, ask me.
Is there any suppose any calculation algorithms related calculations if we want to prepare any coding?
For what?
Suppose sum and addition, attraction, this kind of programming we want to go for. We will use the special characters like slash.
I will explain you later, right? No problem later, right? At this point, okay, if I explain, some other students may be disturbed, right? Where it is required, I will explain you how to read the data, how to store the data, how to manipulate the data, how to write the programs. Later, I will explain, no problem. Don't worry about that. Chandra Mohan sir, please wait for some time. You can get some conclusion within 2, 3, 4 classes, right? 2, 3 classes, you will get some conclusion. Up to that, you do one thing. If you have any doubt in this material, what I am telling, in that if you have any doubt, you can ask. After completion of writing, please tell me. Then I will go to next concept.
The next concept.
Can I scroll down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Wait a minute. I will send this material to you every day using WhatsApp group, and Durga Software Solution pupils will send every day recording session to you using your email ID, right?
Yes, sir.
Can I go to next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Sandeep, thank you. Right. Now, Chandra Mohan asked me one question related to that and continuation to this topic. Suppose you have 4 liters water bottle. What is the capacity of this water bottle? How much of milk you can store in this water bottle? Speak out. If you have 4
1
liters
liter.
water bottle, Chandra Mohan,
1 liter each one.
you can store only 1 liter. Can't we store 2 liters?
Yeah, it's up to capacity.
Up to what is the capacity?
Capacity of the water bottle.
What is the capacity of water bottle? I already mentioned.
That will be 4.
4 liters.
4 liters.
4 liters water bottle I have.
4 gallons.
So we can store up to 4 liters of milk. 1 to 4. Actually 0. We can keep it empty also, no? Empty water bottle means it has 0 liters. Full water bottle means it has 4 liters.
4 liters.
This 0 to 4, it is the capacity. It is nothing but range. What is that? Range. The size of integer is only 2 bytes in old systems. In 2 bytes of memory, you can store minus 32,760 82 plus 32,767. The numbers in between these two you can store. Suppose there is an employee whose salary is 50,000. Now I am feeling it is an integer, but in integer variable, you can store the numbers between these two in old systems. For understanding, I am telling you. Now, my dear friends, can you store 50,000 in this variable? Its range is just 32,202 plus 32,000. Is it possible to store or not? No. Suppose I have
No.
water bottle 4 liters capacity. Suppose I put 5 liters of milk, then what will happen? 4 liters will be there. 1 liter will be wasted. Am I right? In the same manner, in 2 bytes of integer variable, we cannot store 50,000. How to decide this? How you can say it 32,768? See, I will explain here how it will be. Actually, the size of old integer is 2 bytes. 2 bytes is nothing but how many bits? 16 bits. How many bits? 1 byte means 8. 2 bytes means 60. Here, right? 2 power
Sir,
0.
what is mean by old integer?
The size of old integer is just 2 bytes. Old integer means if your system is having only 32-bit operating system, it is called old operating system. In 32-bit operating system, the size of integer is only 2 bytes. Now we are using 64-bit operating systems. Am I right? 64-bit operating systems we are using. How to test it? See this. I will explain here. I am going to right click on my PC, this PC. Go to properties.
It's a operating system dependent or compiler dependent?
Yes, operating system dependent. So what is my operating system? 64-bit operating system I have. In 64-bit operating system, we have 4 bytes. The size of integer is 4 bytes. If your system is having only 32-bit operating system, the size of integer is only 2 bytes. In 2 bytes of memory, how much numbers we can store, I am going to explain you. Start with 1, increment by 2 times into 2. Then what happens? Equal to A1 into 2, A3 into 2. Means it is 2. Now copy this. See this number. What is that number? 32,768. Got it? Suppose you have 4-bit. Your size is 4 bits. 4 bytes. Then 4 bytes means 4 into 8. 32 cells you have to copy. 32 cells you will have.
32.
32. Take 32. 32. Now you will have very, very big number. So in today's computers, you can store very big number in integer. It is nothing but 1, 10,000, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakhs, crore, 2014 crores. Up to 2014 crores value you can store in integer now in current operating systems. Right? I am talking about old operating systems. In old operating system, its size is only 2 bytes. I already told you what is the range of this water bottle 0 to 4. What is the range of this water, this integer data type? 32,768 minus 2 plus 32,767. Here you will have 0 extra. Extra 0 you will have. That's why it is less than 1. Right. Suppose if you want to store 5,000, 50,000 in integer, so it is not possible. Then what to do? We have to change the capacity of this integer variable. For that, you have to use modifiers. Now the next topic is modifiers. Suppose I want to store 5 liters milk, then what to do? I have to change my bottle, water bottle, am I right? In the same manner, if you want to store big number, So then you have to use modifiers. Suppose if you want to increase the size of integer, then you have to use long integer. Long integer. Whenever you use long integer, then size of integer will be incremented from 4 bytes to 10 bytes. Suppose if you want to decrease the size of integer from 4 bytes to 1 byte, then you have to use short integer. If you want to increase the size, then you have to use long. If you want to decrease the size, then you have to use short. Suppose if you want to store only negative numbers you want to store, then you have to write signed integer. Signed integer means it stores only negative numbers. Sign. Suppose see, there is a number minus 10. Is it having sign or not? It is having sign. Signed integer means negative number. Plus 10. Is it having any sign? No. Unsigned integer means positive number. So unsigned integer. Unsigned integer. Suppose the age of a person is age equal to minus 25 years. Is it correct? If any person is having minus 25 years, is it correct age or invalid age? Invalid. Why? Because age is always positive. So here you have to use only unsigned integer. Unsigned integers you have to write. Unsigned integer age. Then it allow only positive numbers. It won't allow negative numbers. What is the temperature of ice? Temperature of ice, maybe it always is negative number, no? Minus 10 degrees, minus 20 degrees. It is nothing but signed or unsigned? Signed. Signed integer. If you want to store only negative number, then you have to use signed integer. If you want to store only positive number, then you have to use unsigned integer. If you want to store positive or negative, then you can use short integer or long integer. Anyone you can use. In short integer, its size is only 8 bits. 1 byte means 8 bits. Means minus 128 to plus 127 you can store. Minus 128 to plus 127 you can store. Now these are nothing but modifiers. Long, short, signed, unsigned. These are called as modifiers. These are called as modifiers. Now what is the meaning of modifier? Modifier is nothing but it is a keyword. What is the meaning of keyword? Keyword is nothing but these names are already defined in the system. The names, those are already defined in C language. Those are called keywords. So long, short, signed, unsigned. These 4 also defined. Character, integer, float, double. Those are also defined. So all are keywords. What is the use of this? It is used to modify the meaning of data types. Meaning of data types. What is the meaning of data type? Integer means you have one meaning. If you want to change the meaning of data type, then you have to use all these modifiers. In C language, how many modifiers are there? C supports 4 types of modifiers. What are the examples? Short, long, signed, unsigned. These are the examples, right? This is the usage. How to use? Like this you have to use. Long integer, short integer, signed integer, unsigned integer, like that. Right? My dear friends, note on this. About modifiers. In present operating system, you need not use the modifiers. Why? Because now we can store any big number in integer variable. In old systems, you need to use them. Even though in the interview, you may get all this. My dear friends, note on this. After completion of writing, please tell me, then I will go to the next topic.
Completed, sir.
Okay, good. Sandeep, right. Manish, any doubt? Manish, no doubt or any doubt? Okay, right. Now, my dear friends, whenever we go to college, we will take a water bottle. We will take a lunch box. We will take a college bag. What is the use of water bottle?
To drink water.
To store water. What is the use of lunch box?
Store lunch. To keep.
To store lunch. What is the use of college bag?
To keep books and accessories inside it.
To store books and necessaries. Very good. So, using this, you are going to store something. Using this, you are going to store something. Using this, you are going to store something. A thing which is going to use to store something is called as container. Can I say container?
Yes, sir.
So, variable also a container. It is used to store the data. So, variable, it is a container just like as college bag, just like as a water bottle, just like as lunch box, just like as your pouch. It is a container. It is used to store the data. What is the use of this? It is used to store the data.
Data.
Right. So, see this, my dear friends. Here I am going to explain you. In computer, the data will be stored in memory. Where you can store the data? Memory. In memory, if you want to store a roll number, then you have to store a container. You have to create a container. If you want to store student name, then you have to create a container. If you want to store average marks, then also you have to create a container. So it is nothing but container. This is nothing but variable. Variables are created in memory, am I right? Memory. So it is created in memory. Right. So, my dear friends, in this variable, we can store only one value. Suppose I want to store roll number. I want to store student name. I want to store average marks. To store a roll number, we need to create variable. To store student name, we have to create variable. To store average marks, we need to create variable. What is the meaning of this? A variable can store only one value. It can store how many values? It can store only single value. Only one value it can store. Suppose if you put second value, then what happens? First value will be deleted and the second value will be stored. So every variable should be identified by a specific name. 501. What is 501? 501 is nothing but roll number. So it should be identified by roll number. What is Anand? Anand is nothing but student name. What is 95.8? It is nothing but average marks. Average marks. So it should be identified by a specific name. The second variable, it is also should be identified by a specific name. It should be identified by a specific name. So every variable should be identified. It must be identified by a name. By a name. Why it is called variable? Why not a box? Because it can change its value. Change is nothing but variation. It allowed to vary its value. So it is called variable. It can vary. What is the meaning of vary? Change its value. So it is called variable. It is called variable. So it is about the variables. So what is a variable? Variable is nothing but a container used to store the data. This is the example for variables.
If it is a constant, we are not able to vary the value. Then how the name variable is giving the meaningful?
Akbar.
Yeah.
But after completion of variable, I will go to constant, right? I will explain.
Okay,
this.
sir. Okay.
No, I will explain all the things. You don't
Okay,
worry.
sir.
I have 22 plus years of teaching experience. I will explain all the concepts in C. Okay, you don't.
Okay,
Right?
sir. Okay, sir.
Right. Please.
Sorry,
listen.
sir. Sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no problem. No. Need not to say sorry. Why I am not telling right now means there are so many new students will be there. They don't know what is constant. Other than knowing the constant, we cannot discuss with that, right? Okay, thank you. After variables, the next concept is constants. I will explain that. My dear friends, note on this. Kaushal got confused in variables and data types. So see here. Once again, I will explain this. 501. What is the type of data it is? Is it alphabet? No.
No.
So it is not a character. Is it a float? No. Why? Because it doesn't have dot. Is it a double? No. Why? Because it doesn't have dot. It is a round number,
It's
means integer. Integer is nothing but data type. Type of data. It is integer. It contains Anand. Anand means what is the data type of this one? Integer or character?
Character.
It is character. No, it is also character. It is also character. It is character. 98.5, 95.8. What is the data type of this one? It
Float.
contains dot. So it can be a float or it can be a double also.
Double
So
also.
type of data is nothing but a data type. Variable is nothing but container. Container is nothing but plastic water bottle, steel water bottle. Plastic or steel, it is nothing but a type. Okay, na? Whether it is water bottle or lunch box, whether it is college bag, that is nothing but variable. Right? Variable is a container. Data type is nothing but the type of data which you are going to store in that. Okay. Data type is nothing but liquid, solid, steam, like that. Kaushal, good. Okay, right. After completion of writing, please tell me. I will go to
Sir, complete.
Sandeep. Good, good. Can I go to next topic?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this example, I created 3 variables. Am I right? Now I am going to tell you how to create the variables in memory. For that, what is the code you have to write? Creating variables. Creating variables, or it is also called as declaring variables. How to create a variable or how to declare a variable. My dear friends, in this example, I created how many variables? 3. What are those? Roll number. Next.
Student.
Student name. Next.
Average.
Average marks. Am I right?
Marks.
Right. So in every line, after every line, we have to put semicolon. So I put semicolon. In roll number, what I am going to store here? Is it character or integer or float or double?
Integer.
Integer. So you have to specify integer here. Integer roll number. When you write integer roll number, what is the size of integer? 4 bytes. So it will create a box or variable with a 4 bytes size. In this box, you can store 1 integer. Is it clear? What is the meaning of integer roll number? Is it clear or not? Whenever you say integer, the size of integer is 4 bytes. Then it will create a container with a size 4 bytes. In this, you can store a data. You can store a number. Now, what is there in S name? It contains integers or characters or float or double?
Character.
Character. How many characters are there? Singular or group?
Single.
Group, no? Anand, it contains 5 characters. Right? My dear friends, when you say character, then it allot only 1 byte of memory. In 1 byte of memory, you can store only 1 letter.
String.
But you have group of letters here. Then you need to specify the size here. I am specifying 100. What is the meaning of this one? Character means 1 byte. 100 characters means 100 bytes. Now computer allocate 100 bytes memory for this. In this, you can store up to 100 characters. In this, you can store up to 100 characters. Is it clear? Right. Now, what is the data type of average marks? 95.8. Character, integer, float, double. Float can I take, no? Float. Float average marks. What is the size of float? 4 bytes. It allocate 4 bytes of memory for this. And it allowed to store 1 float value. So to create these 3 variables, you need to write code like this. These 3 lines of code you have to write. So these are the examples. How to create? It is called syntax. Syntax means it explains how to create. Here, first of all, what we need to specify to create a variable? First, we need to specify the integer, character, float. What is the meaning of integer, character, float? Data type. Am I right? Data type. After that, you need to put 1 space. Then you need to specify the name of the variable. Variable name you need to specify. Variable name you need to specify. You have to specify the data type followed by variable name. Data type followed by variable name. Data type followed by variable name. So to create a variable, you should know what is the data type, what is the variable name, you should know. Then only you can create. So variable will be created with the help of data type and variable name. Right? It is about the creating or declaring the variables. My dear friends, note on this. Kushal. Yes, it works. But that much of string we don't use in C language, right? You are specifying 1, 2, 3, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. 9,99,999 characters. The usage of that much of letters, okay, in real life we cannot use. But the way of writing is correct. Clear? If you complete, then we can stop the today's class. Archana, yes, it is called string. But when you go to arrays concept, then I will tell you it is string. Up to that, you better to say it is a character variable, right? Actually, it is string. What you are saying is right. But now, most of the students don't know what is a string, what is a character, what is array. That's why I'm not going to use those terminology. It is just a variable of character type. It is just a variable of integer type. It is just a variable of float type. My dear friends, if you complete the writing, then you can leave from the class. If you have any doubt, you can ask. No problem. In a character, only one alphabet can store. Character and alphabet both are same, right? We will say character, we will say alphabets. In general, we will say ABCDs are alphabets. But in C language, the same alphabet is nothing but character. A is alphabet, A is a character. B is alphabet, B is also a character. Alphabet, character, both are same. Is it completed?
Yes, sir.
Can I leave from the class? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I will leave. Yes, sir. Okay, good, good. Sandeep, okay to you? Kushal. Kumar. Chandramohan.
సార్ మనము క్యారెక్టర్ కి రేంజ్ ఇచ్చినట్టు ఇంటీజర్ కి ఫ్లోట్ కి రేంజ్ ఎందుకు ఇవ్వం సార్?
ఇస్తాం మనం, దాన్ని
అంటే-
యారే అంటాం. మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను యారేస్ లో సందీప్, ఓకేనా? ఇంటీజర్ కూడా ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఇంటీజర్ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఇస్తే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం అంటే ఇట్ కెన్ స్టోర్ 100 ఇంటీజర్స్ అంటాం. దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యారే. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం యారే గురించి మాట్లాడుకోవట్లేదు. వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ వేరియబుల్, జస్ట్ వేరియబుల్. వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ వేరియబుల్, రైట్? వీ విల్ హ్యావ్ యారేస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ later after completion of while loop, for loop, do while loop. Then we will enter into the array. Then I will say the size also here. Okay, right? Sandeep, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. I am leaving. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow we'll meet.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much.